This is Ken Smith reminding you it happened today, May 18th. But the year was 1860, and the Republican Party nominates Abraham Lincoln for president. It was on this day, May 18th, 1897, Dracula is published by the author Bram Stoker. It was on this day, May 18th, 1934, that the airline TWA begins commercial service. It was on this day, May 18th, 1980, Mount St. Helens erupts in Washington state, causing the largest landslide in history, killing 57 people and costing over $1 billion in damage. It was on this day, May 18th, 1995, Mel Gibson's Braveheart premieres. But that was May 18th in the past. This is May 18th, 2020. The New York Police Department is under fire again after a video showed police officers arresting a 22-year-old mother in the subway who refused to comply by placing a mask on her face. Mayor de Blasio condemned the confrontation, where he also shared the video. More than 110 possible cases of what is now being called PIMS, TS, Pediatric Inflammatory Multisystem Syndrome, have been identified in New York. It's a rare illness thought possibly to be linked to the COVID-19 exposure. 3 children have died in New York. Though it is rare, it is forcing the medical community to think how the virus may have other unintended effects on children. In Los Angeles, homelessness in the United States, from a recent report, could grow as much as 45% in the coming year. That's according to an analysis conducted by Columbia University. That would mean an additional 250,000 homeless having to find permanent shelter. Last year, the total number of homeless in the United States was 568,000. According to a Real Clear opinion research poll, parents were asked, are you more or less likely to enroll your son or daughter in a preschool, a homeschool, a neighborhood school, a co-op, a virtual school, once the lockdown is over? 40% of families are more likely to choose some form of homeschooling in the coming year. At the same time, demand for couples therapy is up 48%. Elon Musk said he wants to sell all of his homes. 5 just hit the market for some $95 million. At the same time, Elon Musk's Boring Company has just completed the underground tunnels that it's built for a subway transportation system in Las Vegas. JCPenney is filing for bankruptcy. Shares are down almost 20%. Apple supplier from Taiwan They produce the semiconductors. Say it will build a $12 billion chip factory in Arizona. Washington, D.C., at a time when more Americans are in need of assistance, but fewer are in financial position to provide it. Gallup just conducted a new survey and found a new low in the percentage of Americans reporting they donated money to a charity. It is also, according to Gallup, a new low in volunteer time to charities. The island of Bali, the resort popular with backpackers, has always been of great concern in the spread of the virus, as millions of tourists flock to its beaches. But today, Bali is being touted as a model by Indonesian authorities in tackling the pandemic. The success in Bali is related to the 1,500 traditional village committees that hold considerable sway over the majority of Hindu residents. The island, with a population of just over 4 million, has reported just 4 virus-related deaths. In the meantime, great concern over the future of the spread of the virus in Africa. And so there's good news, there's bad news, there is confusing news. But behind it all is one truth. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is Ken Smith reminding you it happened today, May 18th, 2020.